This is Scott Becker with the Becker Private Equity Podcast. Today's issue is largely 15 stories we're following at Becker's Healthcare. Becker's Healthcare is a company that I'm the founder, publisher of, chief content officer of. Here's 15 stories that I'm following there, and thank you for listening. First, there's an article by Kelly Gooch that high-paying remote jobs are dwindling. And this is, I think, unfortunate for this 20, 30, 40-something generation and everybody that loves to have this balance of remote and in-person work. But this has got a big impact for job seekers across healthcare and outside of healthcare. The basic headline: high-paying remote jobs are dwindling as more and more companies require people to come back to the office. Second, the American Hospital Association warns of increasing drug shortages. This, like doctor shortages, is an increasingly challenging and daunting issue. A third story along the same veins is by Paige Twenter, basically points to 10 key drugs that are now in shortage. And this is something that's becoming more and more prevalent. Pharmacy shortages, drug shortages, and so forth, as well as shortages of doctors, nurses, staff, etc. Fourth, a story from Giles Bruce on 10 things hospital leaders should know about ransomware. Again, ransomware continues to get worse and worse. Cybersecurity threats get worse and worse. I'm afraid that AI is going to drive those up a huge amount as well. A fifth story we're following today, and it's really a story about philanthropy and healthcare and how important it's become, is Nationwide Children's Hospital gets a $100 million gift. Again, philanthropy has become a bigger and bigger issue. People looking for ways to take advantage of and to utilize philanthropy to help fill gaps and to grow systems. Sixth, a new CEO in Memorial Hospital in Springfield, Illinois, Jay Rosshart. Jay happens to be a terrific leader. I was thrilled to see this announcement. Madeline and Ashley covered that as well as a lot of other stories today. Seventh, 77 CFO moves recently. A lot of turnover in that situation in the area, and we're continuing to watch that. The level of turnover going on in the C-suite. This one happens to be an article on CFOs, but there's a lot of that going on throughout healthcare in the C-suite. Eighth, the Supreme Court or Appeals Court backs drug makers in limiting 340B distribution. This has been a hot issue because hospitals rely very heavily on the 340B discounts for all kinds of pharmacy issues and to try and make their margins work. Drug makers are trying to limit the 340B discounts and distribution. You see a lot of that going on. Ninth, another story that's a sign of the times. The health tech companies either seem to be winners or losers. There's a health tech company called Q that laid off its entire workforce. Naomi Diaz reporting on that. Tenth, the discussion about rising inpatient claim denials drained $1.2 billion in hospital revenue. And again, a big issue is denials from insurance companies, denials from Medicare, and the impact it has on hospitals and health systems. Andrew Cass reporting there. An 11th story, Advent Health building a new $423 million hospital. I think there's many different pieces to this, but it points to me, the real difference between the haves and healthcare, the have-nots. Advent Health, a really well-run system, doing tremendously well. It's building a $423 million hospital. In contrast, many urban and rural hospitals are really struggling, and there's a huge difference between those that are really thriving and those that are not, and those that can invest and those that can't. 12, thrilled to have Matt Wolf from RSM join us today on the Becker Private Equity and Business Podcast. 13, thrilled to interview Julie Yu of Andreessen Horowitz, just a brilliant leader, general partner at Andreessen Horowitz, tomorrow for the Becker's Healthcare and Becker Private Equity Podcast. Some of the things that she's seeing in biotech and in healthcare. 14th, great to visit yesterday with incredible leader and entrepreneur Venkat Mokurla, former Andreessen Horowitz person who's now founded a company and doing terrific work in AI. And finally, great to visit yesterday with KG gastroenterologist Jeff Jacobs and brilliant financial wizard David Staffman, two of the best in the business. Again, those are 15 stories that we're following today at Becker's Healthcare and Becker Private Equity. These are stories from Becker's Healthcare. Thank you for listening to the Becker Private Equity Podcast. Thank you very much.